Welcome to Crypto Millionaire Academy. Thank you for following today's channel, our channel. Today's video, we're going to go over Bitcoin jumps to an all-new high, surpassing prior record from January. And what does this mean for Bitcoin in the crypto market? This article is from CNBC Crypto World. Bitcoin jumps to all-new high, surpassing prior record from January. Bitcoin rose to an all-new high on Wednesday, May 21st, breaking its January record. The price of the flagship cryptocurrency was higher by 2% at $108,000.95. $108,000. It rose as high as $109,857. At one point, Bitcoin had erased its gains after Treasury yields spiked and stocks fell to session lows. Bitcoin's new high has been concocted by an array of favorable ingredients in the macro cauldron, namely softer U.S. inflation numbers, a de-escalation in the U.S.-China trade war, and Moody's downgrade of U.S. sovereign debt, which has put the spotlight on alternative stores of value like Bitcoin, says Anthony Trevecchi, co-founder of the crypto exchange Nexo. We have entered an alternative universe very different from early April, when global macro concerns were at the peak and Bitcoin slumped to 74,000. He added, it is possible a 3-month window has been open for risk assets to thrive as a broader trade agreement between the U.S. and China is thrashed out. After languishing for several weeks in the midst of tariff relatively uncertainty, Bitcoin has been steadily climbing in May, up 15% for the month. Cumulative inflows into exchange-traded funds that track the price of Bitcoin surpassed $40 billion last week and have just seen 2 days of outflows in May, according to So Value. The cryptocurrency has benefited from both liquidity and the stock market, giving a boost to risk assets, as well as recent risk-off scenarios related to concerns about tariffs and deficits in the U.S. that have driven gains in gold, as well as alternate assets like Bitcoin. On-chain data also shows less selling pressure, indicated by Bitcoin inflows into exchanges and increased liquidity in the crypto market, as measured by new records for the amount of Tether USDT, a gauge of crypto market liquidity, sitting on exchanges, according to CryptoQuant. Investors have expected catalysts, including regulatory updates as well as corporate treasury investments, to drive Bitcoin prices higher. Since the beginning of the year, the number of Bitcoin held by public companies has grown 31% to about 349 billion, according to Bitcoin treasuries. That comprises 15% of the total Bitcoin supply. I'm going to read that last sentence again. Since the beginning of the year, the number of Bitcoin held by public companies has grown 31% to about 349 billion, according to Bitcoin treasuries. That comprises 15% of the total Bitcoin supply, which means, guys, we could be in for a Bitcoin supply shock very soon if these companies keep buying Bitcoin at the rate that they are buying it. Earlier this week, the Senate voted to advance legislation that would create the first regulatory framework in the U.S. for stablecoins, a key sector of the crypto market. President Donald Trump has said he wants to see crypto regulation on his desk and ready to sign by August before Congress goes into recess. Also this month, Coinbase joined the S&P 500, which advocates have praised as a watershed moment for the crypto industry. So current Bitcoin price is $110,072. Total market cap, I believe, is 2.3 trillion for Bitcoin. Yeah. This is going to be an exciting year for Bitcoin. Hitting an all-time high. We are now, and sometimes people don't forget this, but we are now in price discovery mode for Bitcoin. So this 110 is definitely not, 110K is definitely not the end. It could be the beginning. And who knows what Bitcoin may end up by the end of this year. So crypto is looking bright. Bitcoin is looking really bullish right now. Crypto's looking bullish. Keep your eye on it this year. Definitely. This is signs of the times, and Bitcoin jumping to all-time high, surpassing prior retail record from January. This is a really good sign for Bitcoin. Thank you for following the channel. If you want to join our group, go to cryptomillion.co, where you can get the Crypto 100x Insider Report. The Crypto 100x Insider Report. You can get that at cryptomillion.co, not .com.co. All right, thank you guys for following the channel.